the inspiration for the songs came from, I wanted to be in a room with Barry Jenkins.
Absolutely.
I think, like the rest of the world, I heard Barry Jenkins was directing a Lion King prequel. I went, what does that look like? Because I think he's one of our great storytellers. And then I read the script, and it was just, I think I got the first lump in my throat when Taka throws the race and goes, I always wanted a brother. I went, well, that's a song. And so that was like the beginning of me just reading through and really seeing where the songs go on my first read. So it was wonderful. I feel really lucky I got to be a part of it.
Was that the first song you wrote?
Yeah.
For the film? Oh, the brothers.
100%. Yeah, it was like our way of getting to know them,
right?
Explain how they're different, and kind of reorient ourselves around, like, we think we knew everything about Mufasa and Scar because of our relationships to the original film, and it's our chance to totally toss that upside down.
I love that, and I also love the fact producer Mark Syriac said that this is really redefining and broadening what a family is, the definition of a family, and how, we have our family, of course, but then we can choose and pick our family along the way. And
100%.
Your music really spoke to that. I mean, especially that first song. But I got to tell you, my real catchy one that I loved was the Bye Bye, Okay Bye Bye.
Oh, great.
Very good.
Oh,
so
thanks.
Loved it. If you had to pick your favorite song, which one would it be?
I'm really proud of Bye Bye, and I pitched that one. That was not in the script. Kiros didn't have a song, and I was like, we have Mads Mikkelson.
Right.
We have to. We just have to. And I really wanted to write like a great old school villain song. But the other one I'm really proud of, just because I hadn't had a chance to write this kind of song for Disney before, is Tell Me It's You. I grew up in the era of the romantic Disney ballad. I grew up with Peebo Bryson and Celine Dion.
Yes, me too, man.
And like that whole new world at the end of the closing credits.
Yes.
And so I wanted to like put my entry into the canon. And again, it was inspired by the dialogue. There was that great scene where Sarabi's confronting Mufasa and says, "Tell me it's you." And I was like, got it.
That's what, I mean, really, you just see a line and does it jump off?
I can kind of hear how it sings. Yeah.
Really? Tell me. I mean, you heard it by just reading the script.
Yeah, I think sometimes, again, like, if it's really well motivated and that's the moment where the emotion's going to heighten, it just jumps off the page.
Did you tear up when you saw it, the film?
Oh, yeah. I know. I'm really... Actually, I haven't seen the final film yet.
You didn't see the final?
Yeah, I will see it Monday night. So
how exciting.
I've seen all the sequences, and I've seen it with, like, temp score, but I'm really excited to hear the rest of Dave Metzger's score and see the thing on a big screen with everybody.
It's absolutely... It's just moving. And honestly, I mean... I'm sure you were a fan of the original, right?
Of course.
So, and that soundtrack is just
immortal.
I mean, so catchy, right? And you have just done it right.
Oh,
truly.
Thank you.
No, I don't blow smoke. You don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I really, really amazing. I also am curious, though. I mean, such a superstar cast, right?
Yeah.
But of course, we've got to mention that Blue Ivy was the voice of, one of the main
she's great.
characters, and Beyonce in there too. I mean, with the voice of knowledge. Did you by any chance get to work with Beyonce or consult with her?
It's one of those so close and yet so far situations where like they're in the movie, but because they're in the frame, I don't get to write music for them.
Okay.
So it's like on the next one.
Like, you're so close.
Right there. I mean, I did see Blue Ivy at the, Orlando stop of the Renaissance tour, and she killed it. But that's like everybody else.
I feel like she's just killing it left and right. Everybody on this film. I mean, also curious. I know you've been asked this before, but about there being a live action Hamilton, like. Being with Disney, though, and
it was
being
always live action. Was there an animated Hamilton?
I mean, you're right. It was always film or film. But you're right. It was real people. It was real action. But I mean, being now in this animated world of Disney, like, do you ever think in your mind there could be a Hamilton series, animated series?
Oh gosh, I don't know. It took me 6 years to write the 2.5 hours. That we
it was
got.
worth it. Thank you from all of us.
Worth it. I mean, I'm. It's funny. Hamilton is. Its 10th anniversary is next year.
It's incredible.
And I know that because my son just turned 10, and he was born 2 weeks before rehearsals started. So it's like I have a very clear yardstick of how far it's come and how it continues to reverberate. I mean, like, even now there's a TikTok trend of Eliza's reaction to Angelica flirting with her man, like that's circling back, like it sort of never goes away. And it's always in a surprising new way that it bounces back at me.
Don't you feel like, though, that's such a great testament to your work and your creativity? And because people put their own spin on it, which is just exciting, and it lives on, which I really think will be the case with this film.
Yeah, it's funny. Like I'm a hyper fixator. When I love something,
Same.
I memorize it. I love the whole thing. I find different moments I like. And the fact that it happened on such a mass scale with that show, and people are still coming around with their favorite bits, it means the world to me.
It's unbelievable, really.
Yeah.
Do you hyperfixate on anything else in life? Like, I'm the kind of person where if I like a certain sandwich at a place in LA, it's like I get that for 2 weeks straight.
Oh, yeah, no. If I read a book and I like the book, I then buy everything that author wrote. Like, and that was true even when I was a kid. Like, I remember reading I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou, and then realizing she had 4 more autobiographies. And I read that for school. It was like 9th grade English. And I was like, I want the rest of those books.
Yeah.
And one of the things I'm glad you brought that up, because I think about it a lot, is in I think her 3rd autobiography, she talks about being the principal dancer for the European tour of Porgy and Bess.
Wow.
Which is not a chapter we associate with Maya Angelou.
No.
And she was like this ballet dancer, and it was her first time leaving the United States and seeing the rest of the world. And I think about that a lot in regards to Hamilton. You know, we've had so many casts, so many incredible actors who have been in the show on Broadway and in London and Australia and in the tours. And I think about, like, who are the Maya Angelou's in that cast for whom my show is just like a line in their resume, or maybe the way they got their equity card. And I feel really proud of that.
What an honor. I mean, it's really like a full circle of life moment, if you will.
Yeah.
I also have to ask you, so, I mean, obviously it's the holidays. This is so exciting. This film during the holidays is major.
Yeah.
What are the holidays like in the Miranda household? I'm sure lots of music all the time.
Yeah, lots of music all the time. I mean, and that's not me. That's my kids. That's my wife. Yeah, we'll do Christmas in New York.
Okay.
And then we go to Puerto Rico to do New Year's.
Amazing.
Like, for our family, New Year's is the more important family holiday. It's sort of like Christmas can be anywhere, but you start the year with your family.
I agree with that.
And so we'll all go down to Puerto Rico and kind of, ring in the new year together.
Amazing. Any exciting things in 2025 for you that we can look forward to?
I'll be back on Broadway in January.
You're kidding.
Yeah, I'm acting in a new play called All In by Simon Rich.
Amazing.
And it's just a killer cast. I mean, all these just brilliantly funny people. David Cross, A.D. Bryant, Jimmy Fallon is doing a week. It's this rotating cast. John Mulaney's doing the first 5 weeks, and I'm doing the second 5 weeks. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's the first time in a play. Yeah, I'll do that from January to February.
You're going to kill it.
Yeah, thanks.
You're going to break a leg. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.